I want to tell you how happy I am that I'm going to have this next guest on because I am looking forward to so many great things from this man's company that he's a part of. That not only their company, but their sister company as well. In fact, I'm wearing one of their sister company's headsets right now in the Rocket 7.1 ELO USB headset that you can go ahead and get right now at an extremely affordable price. So you got to go ahead and reach out to it right now if you're interested in what I have to offer right here. Not only that, I have a review available on popculturecosmos.com, but also as well the entire line from their sister company. Well, I should say their big sister company, Turtle Beach. Right here with these bad boys, 600 and 700s right here in my hand, which I had a great time with as well. And you can also see my thoughts as well on popculturecosmos.com. And here today to talk about what's going on with Turtle Beach for this holiday season is definitely just a great guest indeed. It is Mac Marshall from Rocket and Turtle Beach. And Mac, just great to have you on the program today.
Hey, no worries, man. Thanks for having me.
I was trying to decide which one I have. I mean, the sound on these Turtle Beaches are just absolutely incredible. They rock the thunder and bass, the ambient sound that you could go ahead and provide. The whole just range of just sound is incredible on these things. Mm-hmm. I mean, you put so much work and care into the upgrade in Generation 2 for the Stealth 600 and 700. Is this going to really be the key, the cornerstone for your holiday market?
For the 6 and the 700s, for sure, on the console side of the business, right? Those are actually the I don't know if you mentioned it, but like the Gen 2 models. So
yes,
the original 600 and the original 700 launched a few years ago. And when they did, each of them went on to become bestsellers in their own rights, right? So the 600 became just flat out the best-selling wireless gaming headset since it launched. And the 700 became the best-selling premium wireless headset after it launched. So flash forward a couple years, and here we are now. We got PS5 around the corner, the new Xbox is around the corner, and we knew we needed to kind of redo. It was time to redo the 6s and the 7s, but we didn't want to do too much because they were really pretty great to begin with, right? So, the first thing we wanted to keep the prices the same at $99 for the 600 and $150 or $149 for the 700. But we really kind of, if you look at what you get for each of those at the price points, is pretty impressive. Just in terms of the build quality, the sound, I mean, like the comfort, everything, there. It's been crazy because, like you said, these are also the first headsets that were announced that actually work for both the current gen systems as well as what's to come with the next gen consoles, right? So, it's perfect for anybody who's looking to have something that's kind of future-proofed. And then, on the PlayStation side, where they're going to have like the onboard 3D audio now that's coming from the console to the headset, the sound is only going to get even better. All of the headsets, the 6s and the 7s, each have like wider sound stages. So even without like the surround sound from the PlayStation, it still sounds like you have a surround sound headset on. It's really neat. And then the 600 is, pretty much like for the most part, a lot of what everybody loved about the original 600, just a little bit more refined. And the 700, same thing. I mean, it's definitely a much more refined and kind of streamlined and contemporary look.
Yeah.
But, Bluetooth functionality is still there. You can connect with your phone. You can connect with the Turtle Beach Audio Hub app to adjust your settings. Cooling gel infused ear cushions, glasses friendly tech. I mean, like, they have kind of everything there for somebody who's, I would say a serious gamer to, a casual to serious gamer is pretty covered with a 6 or a 700.
Absolutely, especially with the 700. You're talking about the memory foam cushions.
And oh yeah, I'll tell you I have mine right here.
I just had a great experience, especially with these, because as someone who does wear headsets quite a bit, whether it's because he's streaming or podcasting for eons on all the different shows that I do, it's just it weight. I was kind of concerned when I opened the package. I'm going to be honest with you about the weight, and then I put it on, and it's like it just does not even feel like the way it looks. It feels so much lighter. It feels so much more comfortable, and any extended use on these 700s, especially the 600s, were also great. Sure. Don't get me wrong, but you could just feel with the memory foam on the 700s, just for someone like me who gets ear fatigue, who gets head fatigue.
That's how I am too.
From a bad pair of headsets, these were just a godsend to me as far as that's concerned, because not only do you have the incredible sound with the devotion to bass like very few others in its class, it just really, the comfort level on it was extensive, and I could just feel like I'd have it on all day and no problems.
What's neat about that too is when we kind of looked at, I said earlier, the Gen 1 6 to the Gen 2 6, there's some changes, right? But there's not like a ton. Where on the 700, we looked at a lot of the different features and functionality of the original version. And one of the things that we actually ended up removing was the active noise cancellation, because it wasn't really used a whole lot. Yeah. And by doing that, it allowed us to kind of focus on a couple other elements on the 700, which was specifically the build quality and the comfort, right? So, the metal headband now, like all of the cooling gel infused ear cushions, which, I don't know if you get it, but like the moment you put that on your head, you feel like this cool touch on your cheeks, and you're like, oh, all right, cool. And then it stays that way for like a long enough time where, like you said, you're just not bothered by your headset when you're gaming.
No, not at all. And again, the sound is incredible on both the 600 and the 700. So I just truly am appreciative of it. But you're right. I saw more care, and as I did research on it about some of the things that you upgrade, one of the things that in Gen 1 was a difference was that even though this was the more expensive, and it does have Bluetooth and some other offerings on it that make it the $50 price point a good value still, the battery life was something that I think that you guys really looked into, because it was actually less than the 600. Now it's more than the 600 with the Gen 2 version.
And that was like, in the Gen 1, again, it was the balance of like, you have all of the different things running at the same time. You have Bluetooth, you have ANC, you have, anything else going, like all of that stuff running together, connecting to your app and making change. Like eventually you're draining your battery more. We knew we wanted to make that battery longer with the 700 Gen 2. Even if we didn't have ANC, that was still like a focal point for us to just, and also like the USB-C charging also was another big one, because, if nothing else, it's just more forward thinking, but also now you can plug it in and charge it in the dark and not worry about if you got the cable plugged in the right way, because it's oval.
which I've tried to do. I've gone many times in the dark and tried to fumble around with it. So as far as doing,
when you plug it in, devices, you feel an extra firm click, and you're like, oh crap, that's backwards, isn't it?
Exactly. So it's a lot of great improvements from what I was reading up on, and it's well worth it. Both the 600, if you need to go ahead and you just desire a wireless, great value, this is still here for you right here. It has the sound is between those two, it's non-discernible. It's the same thing as far as the package as far as sound is concerned. When you move up to $50 for 149 units, this unit is, like I said, you have the memory foam, you have all the advanced technology. Excuse me.
Even the leather cushions too. On the outside. You see, like it's got the material on the inside, but the leather outer wall, that actually captures bass a little bit better than fabric does. So you get a little bit of a different sound in the 700, just because that's essentially what you're paying for when you get like the leather kind of wrapped ear cushions.
Now, one of the things I want to ask you with the 6 and 700 is the superhuman's hearing. The superhuman hearing is something that's a trademark for you guys. But, I described it in my reviews, but if you could go into a little bit more detail about it, because there's so many people playing out there Fortnite. Call of Duty, Warzone, and all the games that are coming up that have multiplayer-centric features like Call of Duty Cold War. Yep. I won't say Black Ops because that's just too long of a name. Just Call of Duty Cold War. They should just kept it at that. But you've got so many other games that are coming out with multiplayer-centric features on this next generation of consoles. Right. Tell us out there, or if you could describe more in detail, how the superhuman hearing can be such a benefit to gamers out there.
Sure. So you use some perfect examples, like Call of Duty and Fortnite are two really. Fortnite specifically is another really great example, because audio is such a cue into like where enemy players and gunfire is coming from in that game. So what superhuman hearing does is it actually pulls up low-level game audio, right? So that's footsteps and things kind of sneaking up on you. But it leaves like your mids and your highs, it leaves those kind of alone, right? So like if a grenade went off in a game next to you, it's not going to be like excessively louder because you have superhuman hearing on, But what that does enable you to do, if somebody's sneaking up or like trying to get the drop on you from any direction, you'll hear those footsteps. You'll kind of know where to be looking. So, when you're kind of on that battlefield, and the idea is that, and if you can hear them before you can see them, you're probably going to be in a better position to kind of win that encounter. And same thing with like Call of Duty, especially when you got like a lot of indoor environments a lot of the time, and you really hear those footsteps in hallways and rooms and things like that coming up. So it's just a way that we try, and give our fans and just gamers in general, a bit of a competitive advantage through like precision audio, right? Like we want gamers to be able to like put it on, be comfortable, hear and be heard from their teammates, but to also just give them like a perk, right? It's just kind of like, man, if you can use that, you have the choice. Like, why wouldn't you turn that
absolutely.
up? So that's the thought behind it.
Oh, I'll tell you what, it's like I said, you've got a lot of ways you can go ahead and gain a competitive advantage with the Turtle Beach headsets, the 600 and the 700s I've got right here. Once again, I'm speaking to Mac Marshall from Turtle Beach and Rocket, ROCCAT. You got to go ahead and try out their 7.1 USB ELOs right here that are on my head right now. I'm talking at you right now at a great value. When you guys brought this out, I saw the price point, $70 MSRP. I was saying to myself, this is for what you get as far as package. Very good sound, good quality, right here for you built in, and a decent mic on there for you. I really thought that for somebody that is just on a budget, but still wants to go ahead and have a great experience, this is a great place to start.
Yeah, Rocket is this like amazing brand that we acquired in 2019. Last year we acquired them, but they've been around since 2007. They were actually started up by Renee, who is he's still the head of the PC products for Rocket now under Turtle Beach. But he's a pro gamer, and he kind of broke off and wanted to kind of make PC gaming gear that just was designed better and faster and just more precise, and just did more. So when we acquired them, they already had like a handful of like award-winning PC accessories. They just weren't really big and well known over in the US. And so that was kind of like the big part of, we wanted to bring this brand over here, because I'll tell you right now, man, I've been a gamer my whole life, and like, obviously it sounds like, coming from me, it's obviously I'm going to be selling our product, right? But I've used keyboards from everybody else out there, mice from everybody else out there. I love a lot of them, right? But I'll tell you right now, like just in terms of the headsets with the ELOs, the new keyboards that we're doing with them, the mice, like it's just like on a level where it's hard to compete in terms of both functionality, like the stuff is just better and faster, but also it looks really great. And so the ELO headsets were like the first products that we brought that were co-developed from like the ground up with Turtle Beach and Rocket. So you kind of get the best of both worlds there, right? You get Rocket's kind of groundbreaking design and engineering, and then you get all of the kind of sound expertise and gaming audio expertise from Turtle Beach in one package, right? And the other piece of that puzzle is we try to cover the spectrum of price points where people want to shop, right? So we didn't just launch one ELO headset. We launched 3 different ELO headsets. They're all nearly identical in the way they look, but you have 3 options. You have the stereo at, I think it was $50. And that's just a great, it's like just like the one you have on right now, but it's got a 3.5 jack, and it plugs into your phone, your computer, your tablet, like whatever. We just, Nintendo Switch, your controllers for Xbox or PlayStation. It's like the once and done kind of like headset for everything. And if you're okay with like just stereo onboard sound, right? You'll get surround sound. You can get it through Windows. You can get it through your Xbox. Eventually you'll be able to get it through PlayStation 5. For, people that were interested in something a little bit more, you step up. I think it was ended up being like $70 for the 7.1 USB, which is what you have on. Yes. You get a few more bells and whistles with that. Obviously, because USB, you get amplified audio now. You get mic monitoring, so you can hear your voice in the headset, and that helps you avoid shouting. I think you get all of them, by the way, have memory foam ear cushions and the glasses friendly tech in them. And then the Air is the other one at $100, and that's just the wireless version of what you have on, fully wireless, and it adds that one adds superhuman hearing into the mix too, right? So
very nice.
So you get like the Turtle Beat, like it was superhuman hearing, the Prospex glasses friendly tech, mic monitoring, and then Rocket's like really awesome build. And then the 7.1 like you have and the Air, they're also Rocket has their, mine's not plugged in, but they have their IMO lighting, which is like the smart lighting engine.
Yes.
So like your headset, if I had mine plugged in right now, it would be lit up. And it would be matching my keyboard and my mouse and my mouse pad, and it's all controlled through the IMO software, and it kind of makes it all like your desktop just has this really like nice glow to it, whatever color you want, and it just creates a cool environment for your desktop.
Well, I'll tell you what, you've got a great lineup right there for you, but I wanted to go ahead before we head on out and have you explain to everyone why Rocket or Turtle Beach is the way to go for, their holiday gaming as far as the accessories, because like you and I both know, with November 10th and November 12th coming around the corner with not one, but two new consoles coming out. Plus, of course, the Switch is always there. It's going to be something that's always going to be a hot seller right there for you. With all that coming into play, why or what does Turtle Beach have in mind with Rocket, with Turtle Beach, with the whole entire queue? What do you want gamers to go ahead and focus on for accessories? Because they'll want to go ahead and upgrade what they have for the next console generation.
Yeah, I think, it's an interesting time too, because on top of all the stuff that you just mentioned, there's also this kind of work from home and school from home mentality that's going on top of gaming. And, we really do, when we build a headset, we try to look at multi-platform compatibility to varying degrees, right? So there's only so much you can do. For instance, on the Xbox side, they use the Xbox wireless tech, and that's their proprietary technology that connects your headset to the console, just like your controller connects to the console.
Yeah.
So, if you're using if you have a PC that has Xbox wireless built in, there's also the adapter you can use. Then you can use your Xbox headset with your PC in addition to your Xbox. Same thing on the PlayStation side. Both the 6 and 7, they each come with a USB wireless transmitter. That can be plugged into your PC. That can also be plugged into your Nintendo Switch if it's in the docked mode. So you can use their headset. Then you can have a wireless headset with your Nintendo, which is pretty cool. And then same thing with work from home, school from home, if you needed something. So, I really tend to look at the 600 and that kind of that sweet spot of $100 price point is like, you cannot go wrong with that at $100. And it kind of works with just about everything you need it to work with. On the 700, same thing. Plus you get the Bluetooth compatibility, you connect to your phone, your tablet. So there's lots of different kind of ways to think about it. But we really, our goal here is to give everybody a competitive advantage, like one way or another. And in the audio sense, things like superhuman hearing, things like mic monitoring, things like our TrueSpeak mic. We just want to make sure you're heard loud and clear, that you can communicate with your team, and all of that stuff adds up, including the comfort and all that. It just adds up so that we want you to focus on your game and win, right? We don't want you to worry about if your friends can hear you or not, if the headset's comfortable or not. We want you to put it on, have a good experience, and go kick some ass while you play games, right? And also, it also works for your other things like working from home or doing school. And the same thing with Rocket, right? This is precision built stuff for PC enthusiasts. Honestly, I'd be hard pressed to hand somebody one of these, a headset, a keyboard, and then the mice, and have them be like, oh man, that doesn't look good. It's really beautifully crafted stuff, and it's functionally better than pretty much everything else out there. And I'll say that our keyboards, for instance, they register keystrokes faster than other keyboards out there. Our mouse buttons register a mouse click faster. And what that means is if you get into a standoff with somebody and you each click the mouse at the same time, ours is probably going to register that first and you're going to get the win. So it's the little things like that we really try and focus on, not just building a product, but building something that can actually give you a little bit of a competitive advantage.
Well, right there for you. That's great indeed. Once again, I have Mac Marshall from Turtle Beach and Rocket. If you want more information, the best place to go, and I'm showing everybody on Facebook Live right now, is turtlebeach.com or roccat.com as well. You'll see the entire lineup from Rocket and also Turtle Beach on those websites, and also places where you can go ahead and order right from the website itself. There are two great websites you can check out for the entire line of Rocket and Turtle Beach. I'll tell you what, I've had a great experience trying on these headsets. I cannot thank you, Eric, and everyone involved at Turtle Beach and Rocket for the opportunity to go ahead and privilege to go ahead and test these out. And I truly thank you so much from all of us right here at the Pop Culture Cosmos.
Oh no, thank you guys for trying them out. And one other just quick clarification: the web address for Rocket is actually .org, not .com.
My bad. So that's roccat.org, roccat.org for you out there. So I truly appreciate everyone out there. If they can go ahead and give roccat.org, rocket.org, or
Yep.
turtlebeach.com a big shout out by going ahead and checking out what they have, because I know with new consoles on the way, you're going to need new headsets. You're going to need possibly, if you got a new gaming computer, you want a better keyboard, upgrade on that, or a new mouse would probably be better as well, because I've got just a basic mouse. So there you go. I got to go ahead.
We fix that when the new one shows up.
Oh, there you go, right there for you. But I'm going to go ahead and look into more what Rocket has to offer at rocket.org, turtlebeach.com. They're there waiting for you. Buy them now. Get prepared now.
Do what he said.
Why wait now? Why wait for November 10th and November 12th? Because everybody's going to want these. They're going to sell out because everybody's going to want a pair. They're going to be like, okay, I got a great console. I got to go ahead and get a great headset. Get it now. Beat the rush. Go ahead and get one of these great headsets now at rocket.org or turtlebeach.com. Mac, I just truly appreciate you taking the time to speak to me. I know we were only going to be 15 minutes, but I had such a great time speaking to you about all these great products. I wish you and both companies tremendous success this holiday, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon.
Yeah, man, for sure.
And looking more great products coming down the road for both Rocket and Turtle Beach coming up right here at the Pop Culture.
Great. Thanks, Gerald.
Thank you so much.
Yep.